Good evening, y'all. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's been a whole week since we've been here last, eh?
It went super quick, didn't it?
Yeah. And for those newcomers coming in, watching replay, TJ Articross, which side, whatever. He's one of my co-hosts,
That's me.
and I'm Vibes Eddie. For those who don't know, even though sometimes our names are covered up, but not now they're visible. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and I do got to shout out all of the replay crew before I forget. You guys are phenomenal. You always bring up the fun after, and I wouldn't replace it at all. But I would encourage you to come back when TJ and myself are live, like right now.
Yeah, I really would like that. I think this is one of the fun parts of the live stream. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really grateful that we do have a replay crew that will check things out
Mm-hmm.
after the fact, right? And they leave great comments and all kinds of stuff. So certainly appreciate the heck out of that. But if you've ever got the opportunity, come join us live. There's a lot of great people in chat that have kind of helped build a really nice community with us, and we'd love to have you added to it.
Yes, and if you got questions during a live stream, you can ask it, and we'll try to answer them as we go along. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, I'll still try to answer it if you ask a question on the replay, but it's not the same.
No, it's a little harder on the replay
Mm-hmm.
because we can't ask for clarification.
Right, exactly. And also on the live, you get not only answers from myself, but also people in the chat. So you have a basically your question has a broader audience of answers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And you and I never have claimed to be experts,
Definitely not.
right? We've got some good ideas and
Mostly,
are certainly willing to try and help. But you know, we have a platform certainly, but it doesn't make us experts in anything.
right. And what's today?
What is today?
Yeah.
It is the 15th of January.
So that means it's 2 weeks into the new year, eh?
It is the second full week of the year. And it's our second stream of 2026. I
So
think
yeah, this is the third Thursday of the year, eh?
it is. Yep.
The first Thursday we missed it because it was New Year's Day.
We did. We made the decision to give ourselves a little well-earned rest.
Mm-hmm. And I think it definitely improved the quality of these past two streams. I mean, last stream and this stream coming up.
Yeah, I think it's important that we enjoy the holiday and take a little bit of a break. And so the three of us talked, and it second Thursday in 2026. Friday was the second. So I think it was literally New Year's Day was the
Yeah.
Thursday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just went just to check the calendar, y'all.
I was gonna say it looked like it. Yeah. Oh, Mary said, "Oops, third." Yeah.
You're good, man. You're good. You're good.
Yep.
Good to have you here.
It's good. Yes, it's good to have you back.
Sam, if
Yep.
you're still around yet, good evening, y'all. Uncle Smiley, welcome in. And Price Tag Joe, welcome in. Hello, chat. I agree. Welcome in, chat. And Fishion. Was Fishion at the Clash last year?
Uh, it was not last year. He was there the year you were there,
Okay.
23?
Mm-hmm.
Was that it? Yeah, 2023 or
I think
22.
so.
He was there then, and I haven't seen him since. He came, didn't he come with
Foxy and Brian, no? Yeah. Uncle Joe's Fish Shed. Hey guys, we don't have internet, so here I am. I'm so sorry, Joe. Hey, for those who
Yeah.
don't know, Uncle Joe's Fish Shed started doing a live stream every Thursday at this time. So if you have a chance, go over there and watch them.
Hmm.
But tonight, okay, the internet is out, so they're here tonight. At least go over there and subscribe to Uncle Joe's Fish Shed. Give them some love.
Yep. And thanks for joining us. We appreciate that, Uncle Joe.
And Jody P, pop in and say hi quick. Movie time with the family. I have a great night, everyone. Have a great night. Thanks, Jody, if you're still here. I appreciate it. She's awesome.
Yep. Enjoy movie night. Tell Sean that we said hello and the
And the
kids.
kids. Yes. And what movie are you watching if you're still here, Jody?
Yep.
If you mind sharing, that'd be cool. You know.
And for anybody who doesn't happen to know, you'll see in her channel name there the @ It's Jody P Tropical Fish Co. Her and Christopher Junkin started Tropical Fish Co. And it's a business that they're running out of Iowa, not Ohio,
Close enough.
Iowa, in that general direction, from at least from where I live. Go check them out. Website's gone live. They've got a YouTube channel where you can go and check out some of the videos of them setting it up. And now they do videos of some of the unboxings when they're getting new shipments. And they're both amazingly wonderful people. Vibes and I had the opportunity to meet them at the Clash back in September.
Yep.
And if you are in the market for some fish, please consider becoming a patron of theirs.
Yeah. And also, Jody P normally joins Emily, Little Bish Fish, every Friday night at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time for a live stream.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So if you want to ask Jody P any questions live, there's your chance.
Yep. It's great.
Thanks for the shout out, TJ. That was awesome.
Absolutely.
Beto! Welcome in.
Hey, Beto.
Good to see you. Good to have you back here. Okay, Jay, Jam. Welcome in.
Hey, Cam Jam.
Good to have you.
Scotty.
Scotty's in the house lurking.
And he stayed in the direction from the East Coast.
Right, Mary. Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Out that way, Mary. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. And Mariah might join us tonight. Might not. Who knows? Hopefully. If not, I guess you'll have to deal with TJ and myself tonight.
We will do what we can till hopefully she gets here, and if not, yeah, we will do our best to make this an exciting evening.
Mm-hmm. It's always exciting to hang out with you, TJ.
Well, I feel the same about you, pal. So
now, don't get me wrong. Y'all in the chat, we appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Absolutely.
But, if you weren't here, we probably still get to hang out, but it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we would probably do the
backstage.
We would do the show for ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Holly, good to see you.
Holly.
Oh, Dublin!
She's back.
She is back. It's been a long time. Happy New Year.
Yep. Hope your trip to Michigan, right? Michigan was good.
Hopefully.
And hopefully you're back home safe and sound, and the Ducks missed you, and your year's going off to a good start. And is your name B? Is that your name?
That's a good question. And did you get to try any American food that you haven't tried before out while you were here?
Oh, that's a good question. And do you have any favorites?
Ooh.
Right?
Good question. Dennis!
Hey, Dennis, good to see you.
It's been, 3-4 months now since I've seen you last in person?
Yeah. Yep. Chesapeake Crustaceans, hello.
Hey, Chesapeake, Christians, welcome in.
We got our friend Asia Llewellyn is
Asia,
here.
my good friend.
Yeah.
Cheryl, welcome in. A B is an inside joke with her friends.
Ah, okay.
That's cool.
Yep.
And of course, legendary Zen.
Hey, Zen. Thanks for popping on in. Enjoy dinner with the family.
Yes, she's awesome. And I got to meet her in person for the first time ever.
You sure did. And don't forget
That's
Mr. Zen.
right. Oh, he is cool, y'all.
Mike's a cool guy.
Mm-hmm. Zen, what's for dinner?
She already answered that question.
Did I miss that?
No, it just popped in. Fried chicken and red beans and rice from Popeyes.
Oh, I'm a little behind the chat, y'all. My apologies.
Okay. That's okay. Happens.
Now, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Hi, Nancy. Welcome in.
Nancy B, our friend, originally from Florida, now in Tennessee, by way of the University of Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Close enough.
Probably some other stuff in there that I'm forgetting.
And hey, here's a quick disclaimer. If anyone noticed that Vibes is talking weird tonight, or anything at all, I do got a cold sore on my tongue. So if I do anything talk, it hurts. So hopefully y'all can understand what I'm saying throughout the evening. If not, let me know, and maybe I'll try to slow down, maybe or something.
Sounding loud and clear over here.
Okay. Hey, Drew!
Hey,
Got to
Drew.
hang out with him? Clash.
Yes, sure did.
Hey, Jonas, be careful. He might upset Devlin. Hey, yeah. For those who don't know, don't ever eat duck, or if you do, never mention it in the stream. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm. Popeyes. You guys are talking about food.
Well, yeah, because that's what Zen's having for dinner. So Asia's just saying it's been a while since she's had
Yeah.
Popeyes.
Now I'm
Gotta
being
keep,
hungry again.
you got to keep up, man.
Hey, what? Hey, Lance, welcome in.
Hey, Lance.
Uh-oh. Yes, he can confirm.
Hmm.
All right. I call up the chat. Um, you know what? Let's drop
Huh.
the topic.
Yep.
I asked TJ early on this week. See, hey, TJ is the one behind this topic, by the way. Um, and I asked him, how about letters to pastures? And he didn't think that went very well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that they. I don't think they really appreciate letters. So,
So, what's the story behind this, anyway? This topic.
Yeah, man. So, like I told you backstage, because we traded messages this week, but didn't get a really long chance to talk about this. And this is a bit of a unique topic, and it's I'm hoping going to be really cool, and maybe start some conversation. But it's bold. Yeah, the idea that I had is, I think that we've had a few times in the over 100 episodes that we've done where we've been able to talk about some things, talk about our struggles. We've talked a little bit about um, like social media impact on the hobby and how we can make it better for us all. And I think that extends beyond our hobby, social media in general, and to try and show up kind of as our best selves there. And I kind of felt like this is maybe an opportunity to do something similar,
Mm-hmm.
but to do a bit of a retrospective letter that we write to our earlier fish keeper of whatever time period we all pick. I
Mm-hmm.
think you and I picked very similarly. We went all the way back and
Right.
talked to sort of that very early fish keeper that sort of
Mm-hmm.
started it all. And my hope is that by sharing some of the things that I've written in my letter, maybe there's someone who's a young fish keeper who can't see from whatever their age happens to be today
Mm-hmm.
to my age,
Mm-hmm.
right? and
That's
and
fair.
wanted to kind of fill in that gap and talk a little bit about kind of some of that experience and let them so that they know that they're not alone in what they may be experiencing, and um maybe inspire some folks to think
Mm-hmm.
about things a little bit differently. So that's the idea. My hope is that everybody finds it, interesting, and maybe we generate some conversation.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Stephen P.
Hey, Steven.
Aquatites. Welcome in. I like how the fishman will says your name. It's kind of cool.
Hmm.
And Cheryl's eating dinner and listening. What you eating, Cheryl? And I suppose you don't mean the surface level stuff. Like I tell you, my younger self to invest in Bitcoin early and then sell late, and then I could have any fish I want for eternity. That's true, Zen. I never even thought about that. Well, not that.
No, but that you're not wrong there, right? I mean, you're telling the truth.
Wow.
No, I didn't really. Not exactly. Although there are some things in here that when I read through it, which we will do, right? We're going to read the letters out loud. We've not read the letters to each other.
Mm-mm.
I think what it's going to do is hopefully we'll ask each other some questions. We'd love questions from you guys. We'd love experiences from you guys, and if there's things that resonate with you, let's chat about it. Let's
Yeah.
have some discussion.
Homemade chicken noodle soup. Ooh.
Ooh,
Now I want some of that.
we just did that in complete unison.
I think we're a team. I think what it sounds.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That or we're in each other's heads.
Well, after this long, it's probably true.
Mm,
There's
that's
there's
fair. That's
there's probably
fair.
some truth to that after 106 episodes and going on our third full year, and yeah, I would think so.
Is it
Cool.
is it homemade?
That was going to be my
Retro?
question.
Raisin beans, avocado, salsa, and chips. Hopefully. All right. Mm.
Avocado salsa and chips.
It is.
Avocado salsa and chips, but not guacamole. Beto, guacamole fan or no? Not really.
That's a good question.
I like a
Uh,
good guacamole.
Now, if you asked me 10 years ago,
Hmm.
it'd been a no go. I was skipped out on that stuff.
And what was it that changed for you?
It was oh, the reason I didn't like it was the texture and how it looked.
Fair. Yep.
Yeah, and better likes it.
Better likes. Yep. Okay. Yeah, me too. Only problem with guacamole is that it goes bad. Yes, it does go
Yes,
bad
I
very
agree.
fast. Yep. Mary Oliver says, "Is this therapy? Because you better both stop the stream and go buy a few boxes of tissues." I mean, let's be clear. Mary did hit on something that this is a method that is used sometimes in therapy or different types of
Hmm.
psychological um, practices, right? And so yeah, I again I think it's an interesting way to kind of reflect back. and kind of really understand the journey that we've been on as fish keepers.
Mm-hmm.
Steven says he likes guacamole on a snob level.
Oh, wow.
Jenna doesn't like it.
But
However, Lily and Zachary and Steven do, and maybe other family members, but at least the three of them do. But they'll only eat it if I make it from scratch. Okay, so Steven will eat it if Jenna makes it from scratch. Steven, do you make it from scratch? And if so, is your snob level at such a level that yours is superior?
oh, and if it is, Steven, maybe you're willing to serve it to fellow querists.
Yeah, maybe this is something we could do at the Clash. Would you want to do guacamole tableside?
Oh, that I would
I
even try
mean, I why not?
it. Zen.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
That's I never thought of it that way, Zen. It starts to the composing fun of you.
I just enjoy chat. No guacamole for me. My great grandkids love it, but only homemade. Yeah.
Oh, now I like what she has to say, Nancy.
Nancy?
Steven is guacamole has vibes to cottage cheese.
But are you snob level cottage cheese vibes?
No.
I was gonna say you don't seem like I've never heard you talk specifically about it's got to be a certain variety. I've seen you have it with apple butter, and
Oh, that's good.
yeah, you like that.
hmm I made it from scratch before, and just as good as when Jenna makes it. But yeah, I won't eat guacamole if it's more than about 2 minutes old.
2 minutes old.
Wow. He is a snob.
Yeah,
hmm
but I'm not casually eating guacamole on
Oh,
the day.
did you call vibes out?
Yeah,
Is that what you doing, Steven?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what just happened there. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Zen's got it. You're an enthusiast level cottage cheese eater.
I like it. Thank you, Zen.
I think that's
Was that
yeah.
was that a compliment?
I mean, I would take it as a compliment.
Mhm. But I'm guessing Zen meant it as the other way.
I think she meant it in a loving tease.
Yeah, I know. She's awesome.
Yep, it was something she said.
well, I wish behind it. Mm. Mm. Before I start reading letters, I better do some water.
Hydrate up a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea. I did the
I
same
might want
thing.
to grab my tissues as well, because you don't know the tears might be coming.
You might be. Yeah, you may listen to my letter and just be so touched.
Yeah, and just be bawling out.
I mean,
Mm.
listen, Dublin, you walk away for 5 seconds and you like it's like you missed an hour on the Vibes Aquatics YouTube channel.
Right. It's almost as bad as the weather in Texas, y'all.
So almost as bad as the weather in Texas. Has it been
Mhm.
cold again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This morning it was probably I don't know 32 this morning.
So it was colder for you than it was for me up here in the north.
Oh wow. Did y'all send your nasty stuff to us? Is that
I
what?
must have. Yeah. Well, no, you know what it is, right? Is so my snowblower quit working like in the middle of snow blowing the last snowstorm, which was like 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And so Sunday I was like, okay, it is still winter. I got to fix this thing. So last Sunday I went out into the garage and I fixed it, got it running. And because now it is running perfectly, it's warming up.
Oh, I know what's happening. You're blowing it southwest a little bit.
It does appear that that's exactly what
Yeah.
happened. It really wasn't my intention, but because I fixed the snowblower, it decided that it's now going to be kind of warmish and it's going to move. Yeah.
So what you're saying that Vibes needs to go out and buy a snowblower and,
Yeah,
and point it your way, huh?
that's right. That's right. And then we will fight with our snowblowers.
Sorry to anyone in between us. You might be getting the harsh part of it.
Yeah, that's a big swath of the country there. So
Yeah. We could be in trouble.
we could be in trouble. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the cold is coming back here though. So I think tonight's going to be chilly and maybe over the weekend a little bit of snow, but I don't think anything crazy.
Tomorrow, supposed to hit 72 during the day, which is nice.
Oh no, that's good for this time of year, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But Sunday is down in the 20s again.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's like this is like it's like the one time I traveled to Colorado for work when I used to have a manufacturing facility out there, and I landed in a t-shirt. It was 75. The next morning I woke up to get ready to go into the manufacturing facility, and there was probably 6 inches of snow on the ground, and it was 20 degrees.
Whoa.
That will shock you like nothing else.
Yeah. That's not like Texas.
It's crazy. So I can relate
Hmm.
to I can relate to having a wide swing, and it's kind of nuts. But I will judge him for his choices and tell him when he's made the wrong one. Well, I mean, I think that's just a responsible friend,
Yes.
Zen. You're just trying to make sure that he understands that he's making choices that have a real impact on his
Yeah.
life.
A negative.
Yep.
Hey, Beto, you saw someone put car shoes on rest cakes? And
Hmm.
I know that wasn't Vibes because I don't think I took a video yet of me doing it. But I enjoy that.
Do you eat rice cakes?
Mm-hmm.
You do. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Dublin's loving these letters. We haven't started yet.
No, well, you complained we were too fast, so now we've slowed it down. Dublin, can we not? Will nothing please you?
Good point. It was 9 below this morning. Dublin. You can keep it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Zen's
Yeah,
blaming. Yep.
not good. Not good. I messed up the weather for everybody by just wanting to have a
Mm-hmm.
snowblower that operated properly.
Whoa. Dublin said that switch up is normal there. Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, wrong, Zen. Uh huh.
Drunk.
Something like that. Nah. A lot of good positivity.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Dublin says she will never be pleased.
Ah. So
Understood.
at least Dublin, you got something to talk about.
It's true.
Imagine if your weather was perfect. You could never complain.
Right. We've got to give people something to react to.
Fair. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, oh wow. Wait, 30 minutes in, y'all. Should we go
Oh,
ahead and read some letters?
yeah, we should. Man, that went fast.
Mm. And where it's going, it's going to be just as fast than the whole stream, and we're not getting done even.
That's true. We can't do that. Yep. I like that advice from Mary.
Oh, okay. I read it wrong. I thought it said to run it somewhere in the garage or shed.
Run it in the garage or shed.
Yeah.
She's not trying to kill me.
uh, I was reading doing a line job. My bad. Uh oh. Uh oh. Zen's gonna try to reel it again.
Oh, it doesn't take much.
Okay.
We are easily
That's all.
derailed.
Okay.
Okay,
These letters.
time to get
I
down to business.
was asking TJ and Mariah how formal does it have to be, and I was wondering if I needed to write it with a quill pen and ink bottle on Egyptian paper in Latin.
Uh, on your finest papyrus is what I expected of you.
Hmm. Well, my apologies, y'all. I didn't get to that point. I did. I realized that. I thought that was cool and all, but I put it all on my phone. So I guess instead of writing it, I typed it out. Does that count?
It does. We'll count it. I mean, I feel like we have to be up with the times, and I know you tend to be a electronic user. I put it in my book here.
Yeah, I know. I know.
There's nothing surprises about that.
No, actually, no, it doesn't. I mean, I do got two notebooks and pens and paper and everything. I didn't get around to doing it. So,
Yeah, no
all
problem.
right, you did, Joe. Do it. That way you get the internet. Anyways, back to the letter. Okay, I I I,
Back to the letter.
I, I try not to make it too long and drawn out. Okay.
I'll formulate my questions as you speak.
Okay. This is a letter to Eddie. Dear Eddie, greetings to you and your family. Hope you're doing well. I've been doing pretty good. Life is interesting. It's been keeping me busy. Oh yeah, by the way, I become an aquarist. An aquarist is a person who keeps fish in an aquarium. Remember back when your uncle kept fish? Oh, remember back when you were collecting in local ponds, rivers, creeks as a young boy, and putting fish, turtles, tadpoles, frogs, crawfish, etc., into your mom's galvanized wash tub. Remember starting a worm catcher in a DIY wooden box so you could feed the fish? Well, that got me thinking about continuing the legacy of my uncle, the aquarium hobby. I had to learn the cycle process, what fish can go with what fish, and you shouldn't put all fish in one aquarium, or a 1 gallon goldfish bowl isn't big enough for a goldfish. I've gotten into chemistry, biology, DIY without realizing it. It got so bad, I got into the MTS disease during the process. For those who don't know, motor tank syndrome. I started breeding fish and selling them to local fish stores, fish swaps, local hobbyists. And then it got so bad, so involved, that, hey, you wouldn't believe this. I started a YouTube channel in the process. And by doing so, I met so many fellow aquarists, fish tubers. Oh, that's what we call ourselves, by the way, Eddie. Including, yeah, my co-hosts, Todd, Mariah, and Curtis. You would enjoy meeting them. These are fine people, just saying. And now it's so bad that I do regular live streams twice a week, talking about the aquarium hobby. I got to meet so many introverts, made lots of friends, gone to conventions, swaps, stores, meetings that all based around the hobby. And this past weekend, I went on a fish rescue. Yeah, fish rescue, like dog rescue, cat rescue. Brought the fish home, and in the process of learning, I got put in a quarantine tank. And yeah, remember back when we thought you put fish in a bucket without quarantining and all that good stuff? Well, that's what I do now. I quarantine my fish. And also this past weekend, Me and my local buddy, local Austin, Mike. You would enjoy hanging out with him. He's pretty cool. We went to a local fish walk. Met a lot of fellow aquarists, especially old friends. Now, for you, people you would never met before, but they were all awesome. Anyways, my buddy on the way back home, he gave me a new aquarium book. It's actually by a fellow aquarist, a YouTuber, which from overseas, I think UK, wherever. You would enjoy reading the book, by the way. P.S. Become an aquarist, and you will always be busy. Your friend and future self vibes.
Wow.
What do you think?
That was super cool. So, what was the age? What was the age of Eddie that you were writing that to?
It would have been 8 or 9 years old.
8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And by that time, you had already been collecting
Yes,
with your uncle, or did you just go by yourself?
by myself. Oh, with my siblings as well.
With siblings. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
some neighbor kids, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And how did you know to start a worm culture?
Actually, what's interesting, our neighbor had warm culture. I mean, we're talking about big equipment culture to sell the worms to local farmers for the fields.
Oh, so like on a big scale.
Yes, yes.
So your neighbor did that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you created it in miniature?
You're right. But instead of the big equipment, I made a DIY wooden box
Mm-hmm.
with a lid,
Yep.
and I put worms in there. I feed them,
Yep.
and so I go in there, pull them out, and feed them to the fish, the
Yep.
frogs,
Yep.
crawfish. Yeah.
Wait. You're telling me that at 8 years old, you built a wooden box?
Mm-hmm.
Vibes, I'm not sure I could have gone to the basement of my house at 8 years old and come back with a cardboard box. You are remarkable.
Thank you. See, and also, my other neighbor, see, where we lived when I was about 8 or 9 years old,
Yeah.
I had 1, 2, 3.
Was this Iowa
5. Yeah,
or Missouri?
no, this was Kentucky.
This is in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 neighbors, and most of them had children my age, and we went to the same school.
Okay.
So I had friends galore, people I could hang out with all the time. It was a blessing. How spoiled were you? I was spoiled. At the time, I didn't realize it, y'all.
No, I think she's talking to me.
Oh, you. Oh,
Yeah, because she's saying, because her next comment is building wooden boxes isn't that hard, I swear. No, like I could do it today, but I just think 8 years old, had no concept of doing anything
Mhm.
like that. So I'm super impressed.
and my neighbor on the other side of us had a pallet shop, and he allowed me to come. And at the time, what I did, I took pallets that were old, torn apart, and basically made the wood available to be reused on a new pallet.
Yep.
So I already had the concept how to build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, this is nothing. For the hinges, I used leather straps for the hinges.
You made leather straps.
Either made them or they were sitting around. I took them, cut them up, or whatever, put them on, screw them on. You know.
You made them so they worked for that box.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's so impressive to me. I just think you and I at 8 years old were very, very different. Not that we're like super the same now, right? I think we're definitely different people, which is part of what makes this really cool. But I just think that you just had a level of capability at 8 that it took me years to really get to that level of to be able to
Mm-hmm.
do anything. Now I'm not a carpenter. I couldn't build the stand behind you. Not it wouldn't look anything like that. But um,
Give it a try. You might surprise yourself.
I do a bunch of DIY stuff around the house, but yeah, I'm blown away. That's just very interesting. What do you think? So if you take the letter in reverse, right? I'm not asking you to write the letter in reverse, but what do you think? What do you think 8-year-old Eddie would think of this current day Eddie?
He wouldn't have believed it.
No,
No, no way. And even 7 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
7 years ago, if you told me that I was going to be a YouTuber
Yep.
doing a live stream twice a week,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like, no, not happening. No way. Not
Yeah.
in this world.
No. So that was nowhere on your radar.
No, not even
Wow.
close.
So interesting.
I mean, I'm still an introvert, but
Yep.
back then I was even worse of an introvert, y'all.
Okay.
I would, I wouldn't even I wouldn't even do social media. I mean, okay, I did some. What was it? Was it Snapchat for a little bit? But I didn't post any videos or pictures. Um, Even Facebook, maybe not even a picture even. I was so, I wasn't out there at all.
Yeah. When I was that age, YouTube didn't even exist.
Oh no.
No, what when you were that age, it didn't exist, right? I don't think it happened yet.
See. Google, I think, just come out during
Okay.
that time.
So it's like you were still very young when it became a thing.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube, I didn't watch YouTube really until I was up to teens, low 20s. So,
Yeah, when did I start watching YouTube? I think it was much later than that. Um, no, because I used much like how I found this community of people. I used YouTube as a research tool.
hmm
I used it as a place where I could go and find information, find how to do something.
right.
Um, right. I think that was how I used it. Much different than today. The internet didn't exist when I was that age.
Right, MNC. Mm.
Yeah, it was really early on back in those days when I was that age. We didn't get our first computer till I think I was in high school, maybe middle school.
Yeah, we didn't get ours until was I 18, 19 year old?
You were 18. Yeah, I think
Mhm.
I was 15, 16 maybe when we got ours.
And we're talking about the screen was curved. You know, it wasn't a laptop.
Yes.
It was a desktop. The screen was curved. You got a big back behind it. You know.
Yep.
Um,
Do you remember the floppy drives? You had the big 5.25 inch, like a true like floppy, and then you had the three and a quarter inch, the smaller
yeah.
discs that were like the hard plastic.
hmm Back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days, the CD-ROM where you could burn CDs
Yes.
because that was a thing.
Yes. And then
Yeah,
you could find a whole lot of songs on one CD. I tell
yeah,
you what, it
yeah.
was like we were in style.
That was the next version of the mixtape,
Uh huh.
right? Wow. Yeah, I think that is just such a what I really enjoyed kind of hearing all of that. Right? Again, I feel like yeah, the fact that this came from your uncle, you kept fish in your mother's sink
No, galvanized wash tubs.
in a galvanized wash tub.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
We used to wash laundry in the old ringer washer. For those that
Uh-huh.
remember, they had those two rollers that you when you close through, squeeze the water
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
and the ringer.
It had a hand crank, yeah? Or no?
No, I think this was a little more advanced. I think that was electric. I think
Okay. And
so.
you
The
put
will
it on the tub.
right.
So you used your mother's galvanized one of her galvanized wash
Hmm.
tubs and you put fish in it.
Yep.
So that was like the early version for you of like an outdoor tub.
Yes. Yes. It was a summer tub. Of course, back
Yep.
then I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah.
Even collecting, I didn't know that I was doing something cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Wow. Is there anything that today's version of you wishes 8-year-old version of you had known?
Yes. Actually, knowing how to keep fish properly.
Mm,
Because I mean, the fish didn't last that long. I catch them, bring them home. They'll last maybe a couple of days and they'll die. Right.
yeah.
Um, I didn't know that needed oxygen or anything like that. Or
Hmm.
that needed cycled. I use water right out of the tap. To fill up the wash tub. No, no,
Yep.
no coordinator. Surprised
Yep.
that they even survived that long. Even
Yeah. Man, we went through goldfish like crazy.
and then find out a goldfish bowl isn't meant for a goldfish.
Yeah, we had the bowl, right? The
Mm-hmm.
typical like you'd expect with the
Yep.
big glass rim on the top and
Uh huh.
the gravel that was like meant to look like a gem,
Yes.
right? It was like light blue, I feel like, and it
Uh
was
huh.
I think it must have
Very
been
beautiful.
maybe some like glass or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it had that
Right.
kind of like a sheen to it,
Mm-hmm.
and just these little pieces and the the stereotypical no fishing sign,
Yep. Yep. Uh huh.
right? And the goldfish would live in there, and then we really upgraded, and I think we got like a 2.5 gallon,
Mm-hmm.
like an all acrylic, but I think it was
Oh.
like a hexagon
Uh
shape.
huh.
2.5 gallon black. The acrylic was black
Mm-hmm.
above and below the actual see through part, and it had a bubbler at that point. We still, God, we went through goldfish.
Yeah.
It's so sad now, but back then you just thought they were just not meant to live long. And it's like, well,
Right.
no, when you take their tank apart every week and you Clorox the darn
Uh huh.
thing, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Hey, how's you supposed to clean it? I mean, get rid of the green junk and the
Yeah.
slime and everything off of it.
Yep.
Wash it soap and water and clean it real good.
Yep. Put the fish in a
Little bowl.
Tupperware container or like a cool, I think my mother used to use a Cool Whip container.
Uh-huh.
Put the poor fish in what was considered fresh water from the tap,
Oh.
and they would somehow manage to make it, but we were, yeah, we were slowly killing them, right? It's just terrible.
Yeah. It's surprising that they lived as long as they did.
Yeah, they lived in spite of us, unfortunately,
Right. I
right?
think the fish back in those days were tougher or something. Stronger.
They didn't have a choice, vibes. I mean, this was like life for a goldfish.
Uh-huh.
You buy it, because you didn't buy the fancy ones. You bought the feeder
Right.
goldfish
Yep.
for what, 50 cents maybe? I don't know. It wasn't
No.
much.
5 cents maybe?
Yeah, they were cheap, right?
Because even a couple of years ago, local to me, it was like 25, 30 cents each here local to me.
Yeah.
So there must have been a dime or maybe a nickel
Yeah, they
each.
were cheap, right? And one would die, you'd chalk it up to them just being short-lived and you'd get another
Right.
one. Zen says back in my day goldfish were annuals. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And then bettas, you can put those in a little vase below the plant.
Well, you remember those plants? I think they probably still sell them where they say you don't even have to feed them because they'll eat the plants. Well, yeah, because they're so hungry they'll eat anything that they can get their hands on, right?
They ain't wrong.
They're freezing their fins off because they're from Thailand where it's hot, and they're bug eaters, and all they got is those roots of the plant. Of course they're gonna. So they're freezing and they're hungry. So of course they're gonna eat that plant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My goodness, yeah. So do you remember at that age inspiring anybody else to do similar? Other kids, your
Uh,
siblings?
I mean, yeah, I try to encourage them to come along, and we'll go out and catch crawfish or whatever fish,
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's something to do to hang out, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My collecting, I use buckets. It's either an ice cream bucket or the dog walk the dog the dog water bucket.
Uh,
Or the ones I use to feed the goats or whatever. Whatever container I could get my hands on. That was my collecting. That's my net.
you found any container you could find, and that became a vessel to collect animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I put the bucket down in the stream, and then go to the other side of it. Basically, chase them toward the bucket. Whatever that I could get chased into the bucket, I'll catch them.
Yeah.
Or put them up side of a rock. Pick a rock up. Whatever's under it would just out of the bucket.
Yep.
That was my
Ah,
catch.
that was your thing.
It worked
Yeah.
until my uncle, my dad's brother, gave me a fish trap. We used it to catch bait for fishing,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But I used it to catch more stuff for the wash tub.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was like a normal occurrence. You take out, put it in the creek. Next day, come out after school, and it'll be half a dozen fish in there. Take
Mm-hmm.
them home. Now this is sad thinking about now. Take it out of the creek, not put it in the water, just leave it in the fish trap, dry or whatever.
And walk it home.
And, yes, and then put it into tap water.
Wow.
And so
Oh
often,
wow.
so many of them would die. And I had
Mm-hmm.
no idea why.
Well, sure, because to 8-year-old you didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand. First of all, that they can't breathe the entire walk. Now, how far was the walk home?
Uh, half a mile.
So not like quick. Like they were
Right.
out of water for a good little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you put them into tap water. So when they think
Right.
they can breathe, they actually started breathing chlorine
Right.
water. Right?
Mm-hmm. So the
Wow.
wonder why most of them didn't make it very long.
Yeah. And what were your sources of like information or inspiration back then?
Um, people, fellow neighbors that were fishermen.
Neighbors that were fishermen.
Mm-hmm. That was my information. Now, of course, my uncles was a hobby, right?
Yep.
So whenever my mom or one of us would be on the phone talking to them, we have questions, would ask them,
Yep.
But all they knew was what they either heard from the fish store
Yeah.
or from a catalog,
And where did
back
they live?
Indiana. So they were hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Oh, so not as far as I would have thought. Okay.
But
Did
far
you
enough that
you didn't see them that frequently?
no.
Did you ever see their aquariums?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was there
And of
one
course,
thing that
um,
go ahead.
what they had were like the goldfish, the fancy ones, the Blackmore or the
Yeah.
it was that style of goldfish.
Yep. Yep.
Is what we kept, and the tanks were the hexagon tanks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm trying to think if they even I know there's a bubble on the tank. Was that a filter? I'm not even sure even. Was it just airstone? I don't know. But then they had the cleaner fish, the
The
pleco.
Costumus.
Yep,
Yeah.
the big one.
Yep.
Uh, and looking thinking back, most of the tanks were always ugly looking, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of algae on the glass. Could
Hmm.
barely see the fish. I mean, to this day, I don't know. Was it even really cycled at all? I don't know.
Mm.
I have to wonder now. Were
Yeah.
they were they cleaning it like everyone else? I have no idea.
Was there one thing that they taught you that stuck with you that you still remember or use today? Or
Hmm. Yeah, sort of. I mean, you gotta have algae eater, which, yeah. Yes and no. I mean, I still got the algae eater per se, uh, Bismos pleco, but that's not what I have it for, you know. But that's the only thing that I couldn't really remember. 'Cause most of their techniques that they told me were kind of obsolete.
did you know
Things
that?
that no, at the time, no.
Yeah.
So, and actually, since you mentioned that, was it a month ago? Whenever I went to my cousin's funeral,
Yeah.
I got to meet up with my uncle, and I actually told him about my aquariums. Now, he's no longer in the hobby. He's
Mm.
been out a couple of years now, and he's an old gentleman now. He's like 60, 59. I don't know. He's up in 50s or 60s, whatever. Anyways, I told him how many aquariums I have, and he's the one that got me into it. He was surprised.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Did he? Was he happy that he kind of inspired this?
He just thought it was kind of hilarious.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that his nephew would kind of follow in his footsteps, but on the extreme level.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So did they have lots of aquariums or not really?
No,
No.
no, my uncle that I never met, before, that passed away when I was a baby. He,
Hmm.
what I remember hearing, he had a lot of tanks. I mean, we're
Yep.
talking maybe 10 tanks,
Oh.
snakes,
Yep.
fish, you name it.
Yep.
But my other uncle, his brother, younger brother, he might have had maybe 3 aquariums,
Mm.
which to me, I think that was a lot though back in those days.
Sure. So you're doing it really on a big scale compared to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so big. I'm actually doing YouTube talk about it. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, hey,
How
Steve, welcome in.
cool. That was really, really neat. Yep.
No,
That was incredible.
actually, I do gotta say a big shout out to TJ bringing this topic up. It made me think about history, where where I've been to where I come now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I think my hope is that people hearing that story, it resonates. Or again, there's maybe there's a young person out there that's watching, or they're, one of the folks that watches us,
Hmm.
it's their kid, and they hear, you talking about you at 8, and it inspires them to get involved. And the hobby, I think, has given us all
Hmm.
so much.
And
And
the
to be able,
availability of knowledge today versus back then.
yeah,
I'm just hoping everyone, if you're a beginner and you're just getting into the hobby, reach out to fellow hobbyists or watch videos on YouTube, Google it. The, Go to the library. Information is the knowledge is out there. It's there. So hopefully you
yeah.
can take it and use it for good.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to recognize that we all started somewhere in the hobby,
Hmm.
and we all recognize that we didn't start just knowing this stuff,
Right.
and we've made some mistakes, and it's okay. The water back then was different, didn't have all the chemicals in it that it does. Yeah, Mike, I think that's true. And I think it's also, it depends on where people live and the sources. A lot of people say, with a well, you don't have to worry about near as much as those of us that have the city water like I do. Yeah, I think it is a lot different.
Yes. And about that book that Local
Yeah.
Austin gave to me, some of y'all recognize this YouTuber.
He gave you Graham's book?
Yes.
How cool is that?
That was a holiday gift.
Oh,
I know. I had no
that's
idea that he's going to
no.
give me this book. That's so cool, y'all.
Mike's
That's
a
a good
good
mindset.
man.
I haven't had to check it to read it yet, but this looks pretty exciting, and it's not very big, so it should be easy to get through it
Uh-huh.
without getting sidetracked. You know how ADHD people are. You start walking down a pathway. Oh, squirrel! You get sidetracked real easily. So
Yep.
maybe I can read this whole book without getting sidetracked.
Well, you'll take your time and you can get through it.
So shout out to my buddy New Local Austin. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
I got to hang out with him this past weekend. So
Yeah, you said you went on a fish rescue.
no, that was before that.
Oh, that was before that.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
we went to a local fish swap.
Yep. Yep. Would what do you think 8-year-old Eddie would think about you at all these conventions you go to?
Hmm. Why? What's the point?
Yeah?
Uh huh. Going to crowded places? No.
Okay.
Leave me out in nature.
So for you, it was nature. You were bringing
Hmm.
nature kind of sort of to you, or
Yes.
indoors in some cases.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Remember, y'all, it's back in the day when, especially during the summer break, in the mornings we get up, have breakfast. Mom would tell us to go outside, and we'd have to be outside all day until night.
Yeah.
So we entertained ourselves, y'all. We didn't have technology to entertain ourselves. It was either some new toy that our parents bought, friends bought for us, neighbors, or it was nature. That was our entertainment.
Yeah.
Climbing
And,
trees,
yeah. And your bike.
yes. Um, Back when we used to put a soda can, a Coke can, on the back tire so you can have sound like a dirt bike.
Yeah. Or did you ever do a playing card in the spokes?
No.
Playing card in the spokes, and as it moved around, it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then we even modified our bikes. Instead of having the same tire size front and back, we put a small tire up front. Try to match, you see the cars that would have the low
Uh-huh.
riders, all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm guessing that probably influenced the way we thought about bikes. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. You were customizing it like you saw the cars.
Exactly. Exactly. Back in the good old days.
Yep.
Uh,
No. Yeah. Different times, right? Different times.
mhm. Yeah.
Uh, Zen, that was the card, the playing card in the spoke was that's how that
Exactly.
was,
Uh,
and you know it because I'm sure you did it as well. We all seem to do it.
right.
You know
Talking
what?
about him, he shows up.
Look at that. Hey, Mike, you're a heck of a guy.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks again, Mike. This is an awesome gift.
Can't wait to see you again in September for my annual fix of New Local Austin Mike in person.
But I'm saying signed all the books so far. Really? Where?
Probably in the book.
Let's see. No, what? I don't see his signature anywhere.
No?
Is it somewhere? I'm not looking maybe. I would have thought it'd be in the front cover. No, no.
Usually.
If that's so, then it's not here.
Does it have like a dust jacket on it, or you know what I'm
Nope.
talking about? No? Huh. So maybe yours is more rare because it's not signed.
Ooh, it's a collector's edition.
Collector's item. The first time
Yeah,
anybody's ever said that non-signed version is the collector's item.
exactly.
Yeah. You know what I think?
Mm, what?
I think 8-year-old Eddie would be really proud of you.
Yeah, he probably would be. Like, wow,
Yep.
you're a YouTuber? I would have definitely been a fan of Vibes. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be
I
like
think.
my hero. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I think that's exactly what 8-year-old Eddie would think, right? If he could see this right now.
Yeah.
Super cool, man.
It's not signed. I would have to have been shipped from the UK.
Yep. Oh, so you got a US version of the book.
Ooh, even better.
It's Mike says it's on Amazon.
Uh-huh. So now I need to go see Graham, huh? And give him a sign up.
It does seem so.
What? He's coming to the US this year? When and where and how and I
Oh.
want to know, Mary. What is he coming on to some event or doing a talk or? Hey, Mary, don't let vibes hang out too long. I'm getting
Yeah,
antsy now.
that's right. We need to know, Mary. Spill the dirt.
The anxiety is going to get to me.
We need flight numbers and hotel reservation information. Vibes is gonna go stake it out.
Exactly. Go sleep in a tent waiting for him to arrive.
No, you'll get a job at the hotel working behind the bar.
Exactly.
Hey, Graham, here's your bill, and oh, by the way, this is just like don't pay no attention to the copy of your book that I just put in front of you. If you could just
Yeah.
sign both the receipt and the book, everything would be just fine.
Exactly. Could you imagine that? Hey, it'd be better. Yeah, if someone would video this whole taking place. That would be a
I
movie.
I mean, I will say that I am now certified Vibes Aquatics YouTube channel videographer. I did
True.
video the walkthrough at the Clash.
Uh, um, you know what? It probably go viral. This guy from Texas travels around the country and starts working at a bar at a hotel just to get his book signed.
Yeah. Imagine the story we could write about that.
That'd be so cool.
Nancy says you're going to get a little poster with your name, with Graham's name on it, and stand at the airport like the private limo drivers have in the movies.
Exactly. Exactly. I know he was talking about it. He was on every Friday, so he didn't ask me to fly his plane here. Yes, I'm looking to DIY pilot program. Even better, Gary would be the pilot on the plane that brings him here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. The possibilities, Vibes. The
I
possibilities.
know. Could you imagine everyone in the chat, people was on panel, will be his way to get around. His Uber driver.
Right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden he just
first once his
Yeah.
book signed.
Yeah.
Hey.
You usually in like a limo there they may have like a magazine or something like that that you can read in the back pocket of the seat. It'll be a copy of his book, and you'll say, hey Graham, you can just there's a book back there for to read, and oh, by the way, here's a pen. Why don't you go ahead and sign that?
exactly, exactly. Ah. Now imagine being in his shoes now, coming to America. And just a coincidence. Everywhere you go, everyone knows you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Mm.
Scotty's asking if I'm going to go to the NEC all day auction April 19th. Scotty, I am not. And I am, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I'll explain it. I am super excited that I'm not going
Uh-oh.
because that is the first race of the 2026 season, and my race car's finally fixed.
Woo!
It took 7 months
That's a long time.
to figure out what was wrong with that transmission.
So what was wrong? Was it a spark plug?
No. So we replaced 3 different sensors in the transmission. And it turned out that one of the new sensors was bad.
No.
And we only found out about it because my buddies who run the shop here, like an hour north of where I live, they had another car come in, not a race car, a road car that it needed a transmission, like a total rebuild. So they contracted the work out to a company in Texas, and contacted them to set up shipping. And they said, "Hey, Wall, we've got you on the phone. We've got this other one we've been working on for like 7 months, and here's what it's doing." And the guy was like, "Yeah, we see that all the time. You put this replacement sensor in from this particular manufacturer," and they're like, "Yeah," and they said, "Yeah, you buy from this other manufacturer, the sensor's made differently, and your problem will go away."
Cool.
And it did.
That's awesome.
And then I got a FaceTime call from my buddy Ryan, and he was driving the car, and I could not believe it. This was probably 3 weeks ago, and I just was just beside myself. So excited. Just so excited. It's been so long since I've been behind the wheel of the race car on the racetrack, and I just cannot wait. So, yeah, that's why I will not be there, because I will be here at the racetrack.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I don't even blame you even.
No, thanks.
No,
I
not
appreciate
even one bit. Nope.
I appreciate that. I appreciate your understanding.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what kind of friend would I be if I didn't understand?
I mean, that's true. I think a lot of people don't understand because they just like, the racing hobby is one that's very, it's a niche hobby, right? There's in the grand scope of the population, not many people do it. And so, I think most people probably don't have any frame of reference.
Right.
But yeah, there's just nothing like it. So
But I mean, it's kind of the same way as the Whim hobby. It's a very small niche.
it is not different in that way. You're right. It's very similar.
And honestly, a lot of hobbies like this are
Mm-hmm.
small niches.
Yeah.
So if you're in a hobby, you kind of understand
Yep.
a little bit of how,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, you're right. So yeah,
because most hobbies are not very big hobbies per se.
that's fair. And yeah, when you think of the grand
Now, of
scheme of
course,
things, yeah,
if you have the monster trucks, drag racing,
yeah,
some of the more popular ones,
yep,
maybe.
yep,
But
yeah, yeah. So that's kind of my most recent exciting news.
that was exciting.
Yep.
So did you talk about it over on your YouTube channel?
No.
Oh, I feel like you put it in your post. Like, hey, it's fixed. No.
No. So my channel doesn't have like a community
Oh.
tab, so I can't. Um, yeah, I can't post anything, but there will be new videos this year. Because there was very
Ooh.
few last year because I just wasn't able to really do anything, obviously, for
So
most of the season.
whenever you show up to the racetrack, are there
Hmm.
a lot of fans come out to meet you?
No, so our events are typically closed events. The only,
Mm,
I use air quotes, fans,
yeah.
right, are usually people who are in the events, like friends and family.
Okay, that's right.
Because we can get, well, there's no really too much of a limit. Um, I've never seen anybody exceed a limit of number of guests,
Yeah.
and they can come in and watch, and so that's probably the closest thing that we have to fans.
TJ, what's the fastest you ever driven a race car?
Um, in a straight line, probably 140. But for me, driving on the straight is the easy part, right? That's
Yeah.
the relaxing part. I'm not really doing much of anything other than I've got two hands on the wheel to make sure the car stays straight, and
Right.
I've got my foot all the way to the floor. Like that's the time where I wiggle my fingers, make sure I keep feeling in my
Yep.
fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I look down at my gauges, make sure that I don't have any temperature issues or anything, no warnings or anything like that. That's the easy part for me. It's I love the speed in the turns because that's where the challenge is. Because your whole, I mean, I'm not telling anybody something they don't know. The whole goal of it is to go absolutely as fast as possible, as consistently and repetitive, the same basic lap over and over again to kind of continue to speed up your time from start to
Mm-hmm.
finish. And the place you make up the time is always going to be in the turns.
Yeah.
If you can go through the turn 5 miles an hour faster than you did the last lap, you definitely are going to be picking up time because that
Yeah.
feeds into the next straightaway.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are 5 miles an hour faster at the turn right onto the straightaway, that compounds all the way down that straightaway.
Right.
So that for me is the really exciting part. Going 105 miles an hour in a turn is like, you know,
It it makes your blood boil.
yeah, the car is like you hear the tires just gripping on for dear life and
Mm-hmm.
screaming, and when you hit it right, it's just fantastic.
And and the goosebumps come out and
Oh, there's just nothing like the feeling,
yeah.
right? And you come across the line and you see the time pop up, and it I have the data system in the car. It'll flash if I've gotten a fastest time of the session, and just every
Nice.
time every time you see that flash when you come across the start finish line, it's just like, oh,
The rush.
it's great. It's great. So
That's cool.
so that's the story there.
Which
Should I go ahead?
which I'm surprised that you don't have more fans. This is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not the way that we run them. They aren't designed for spectators.
Oh.
Right. So like my third grade best friend 2 seasons ago, he came to one of the events that was not too far from where I grew up, and he brought his two sons and his wife, and he pulled up to the front gate, and the guy was like, you can't get in. You can sit up here in these grandstands and watch from the outside of the track. And he goes, oh, really? And the guy was like, yeah, it's a closed event. And he goes, yeah, but my buddy, he's in the event and he told me to pull. He goes, oh, wait, a driver? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, then go right in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's so closed down
Right.
that that's why you don't get random people popping by.
Right. So, do you ever come to Texas?
I've not been on the racetrack in Texas. I have been to the racetrack in Texas. I've been to Circuit of the Americas
Right.
only once, I think. I'd love to drive Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah. That'd be awesome if you could, because I'll come and watch you.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's
dope.
on my track list for some
Nice.
point in the future. I think I may end up in Canada this year for the first time.
Okay.
So we'll see.
What kind of cars Or these you race?
Yeah, so I race now, Mary. I've done a bunch of different things. So I started out doing a completely different type of racing than I do now. That was with the Sports Car Club of America. And at that time, I started out with Dodge Neons, and then I transitioned to Volkswagen GTI. And I traveled on the national tour at that point. Competed here locally in New Jersey, and then over into Pennsylvania. And now I race with the Porsche Club. So you don't have to have a Porsche to race with them, but that's the group that I go with. All of my friends were involved in that series, and we travel with it throughout the warm months of the year, basically from mid-April until right before Halloween.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we got off track again.
Yeah, talk about trucks, racing and everything. Yeah, that's what happens.
It is what happens. Should I read my letter?
Yeah. Should I get my tissues out?
I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
I think you'll be fine. Let's
Okay.
try this here.
Let's do this.
Okay. Dear young fish keeper Todd, at 12 years old, the age of 45 seems like it isn't even real. I can tell you, it's very real and will be here in a flash. I bet you also can't see how far the fish hobby will take you. For starters, I'm writing you as part of a topic for the YouTube live stream you co host. You have no idea what any of that means. It'll make sense in a few decades. But trust me, you will make great friendships with your co hosts and an entire community of fish keepers that you don't currently have in your life. Please know, fish keeping takes work. You're going to make mistakes. The most important thing is to learn from those mistakes and become a better fish keeper going forward. Honoring the loss of life is important, but don't let it crush you. Know that it's okay to leave the hobby when you find it too tough to manage when college comes. Having to prioritize other things isn't a lack of commitment or a failure. You can come back later, and guess what? You will. When you do return, the hobby will have changed. Luckily, there will be so many resources to learn from. Those issues of tropical fish hobbyist you read are a great resource, but that's just the start of what you'll have available in the future. You will use these resources to relearn the hobby. You will still make mistakes. Also, know your hobby's focus will change. You will still enjoy breeding fish, but you'll find purpose in focusing on fish conservation. The live stream I mentioned will also give you purpose and be a ton of fun. In fact, you will read this letter when you're live in the hopes that other fish keepers might hear it and realize they aren't alone, aren't terrible at keeping fish, and maybe get inspired to try something new. YouTube will also become a big part of your hobby. I put it in quotes because it wasn't a thing when I was this age.
Right. Right.
You'll go there for research, but find yourself in an entire community of fish keepers from all over the world. You will learn a ton and meet amazing people. Spread, let's see, meet amazing people. Spread kindness in the community. We all play a part in making it a positive place for everyone. Support your friends, acknowledge the work they put into the content they create, and work hard to make your own positive impact. Your actions may even inspire others to do things to have a positive impact on the community too. In closing, time flies. Keeping fish will enrich your life in ways you can't imagine, and you will be given the gift of being able to contribute to a community of people that support you, are here to help, and deserve the same in return. Find your own ways to return the favor. Even small contributions are impactful. Sincerely, me.
Wow. That was really good. And I didn't even cry, y'all. I mean,
No, you held it together, man.
yeah, I did. It was hard. Wow.
Yeah.
So at 14,
12.
well, sorry. Okay, the reason the 4 came in there, they said about 45. Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
At 12, who, what was your information from at 12?
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember vividly my parents got me so early on, way before that, was when we had those unfortunate chain of goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them, but I don't feel like it ever really connected for me, right? I don't feel like it wasn't until, and I've told the story before, right? I was about 12 when, my science teacher, Mrs. Dunning,
Mm-hmm.
she had aquariums in the classroom, and that really piqued my interest. And she was a big source of information. She had freshwater aquariums and saltwater aquariums, and would take her time to kind of teach me. Um, but then it became books, and probably more specifically than books was every month. My mother had gotten me a subscription to Tropical Fish Hobbyist.
No way.
Yeah, and I remember I'd walk home from school.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I did just every day was I'd get the mail, right? I'd walk past the mailbox, grab the mail, walk inside the house, and do homework and whatever. And I remember the excitement that I would have when I opened that mailbox, and it was the day that that month's issue was delivered.
Mm-hmm.
And all the plan for the afternoon flew out the window, because the first thing I was going to do was I was going to have an after school snack, and I was going to read that magazine cover to cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember reading all of those articles in there. This is, I was what, 12 years old. So this was like 92 or something like that. And a lot was still being learned. I mean, today there's a lot still being learned, but there was really a lot being learned about, fish, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the things that I think today are kind of common knowledge were things that were news back then.
Right.
And so I would just read this stuff, and I remember I always connected with writers that sort of, they told a story with their writing, right? It wasn't a
Right.
textbook necessarily. It was them telling a story, and in my head I would try and recreate the story visually.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that, for whatever reason, always sticks in my mind is there was an article at various points, but certainly at one point I remember, where someone wrote a story about keeping killifish, and they talked about keeping them in plastic shoe boxes,
Mm-hmm.
which are, basically like, tougher, like, this size, like plastic
Right.
containers,
Right.
right? And I just remember trying to picture in my head what a plastic shoebox was, because I knew what a paper shoebox was, like a
Right.
cardboard
Right.
shoebox.
Mm-hmm.
And that just, for whatever reason, that just, it tripped me up, and I had to think, like, what is a plastic shoebox, and how do they keep it? And then I would have these thoughts of, can I do that?
Right.
And it helped me think about, like, what was possible. It really, as someone who grew up where I wasn't encouraged to try a lot of stuff,
Right.
right? I was encouraged to, not to challenge, especially physically, right? I was not to challenge, you could get hurt. And,
Right.
so I feel like I wasn't taught to kind of dream big. And it was things like that that kind of allowed me to escape into that kind of a time
Right.
where I
Makes sense.
could dream big, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I remember I would always read the ads that Jack Watley discus, and Jack Watley was alive back then, right? Now I think it's
Right.
one of his
Right.
old employees that owns the business.
Yeah.
Gabe Posada, I think, is the guy's name that owns it now. And I had this vision. I was going to be Jack Watley. Like, I wanted to be like a
Nice.
big fish breeder, and I was going to put, at that age, you don't think about, like, you need a business. I'm like, I'm going to do it in my basement of my parents' house, and I'm going to put
Right.
a sign out front of my business. Like this is how I thought at 12 years old, and it was because of things like tropical fish hobbyist that caused me to start to dream about those things. And that's how one aquarium that we had turned into, I think, four more that I had in the basement, and that's where I started breeding shell dwellers.
Nice. Which ones? The Maltese?
No, the brevis. I didn't have
Oh,
multis until this time around.
oh,
So I've
wow.
had the multis now, what, close to 6 years?
Yeah.
But before that, I had brevis, and I got them. Went to the fish store looking for Egyptian mouth brooders, and they said no, we don't ever hardly see them. But there's a guy that we know that's leaving the area, and he has to sell his fish. Contact him. He's got some fish from Africa, and he had tons of fish from Lake Tanganyika, Lake
Mhm.
Victoria, like the Rift Lakes, basically.
Right.
And I went there and looked at his tanks in his basement, and ended up picking up two pairs of the brevis, and they bred in a 20-gallon long for me. And
That's
moved.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, and it was, yeah, really interesting. I Yeah, they're good memories.
Hey, Jay, welcome in.
Hi, Jay.
Did I hear killifish?
You sure did.
Steven said, very nice. TJ said, Mary said, nice, TJ.
Thank you, guys.
How many of y'all stood up and did a standing applause for TJ's story? If you ain't standing, that don't count.
Oh man, you gotta like double stand, like get on a ladder then.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So, if you could wrote a story when you got back into the hobby versus the 12-year-old, what
Hmm.
have you learned by then?
You mean from now to from 6 years ago to now?
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What have I learned? Yeah. So I think I've learned that the hobby. So I've learned a lot of things, but one of the things that I've learned is that, like I put in the letter, that I don't think I ever thought that the hobby would take me this far.
Right.
I didn't think that YouTube would become this. I like I said, I used YouTube historically as a place of research. I had no idea that there was an entire community of people out here that did this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, intuitively you have to know that because you're going there for research of videos that people create, but the things that I used to go and research, it didn't necessitate a community.
Right.
It was like help me learn how to take this thing apart. So it's a DIY channel that somebody puts out there, and yeah, they create their own little community, but it didn't, like, there wasn't that pull.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no idea this was going to become that. So I think that's part of it. I think I also had to learn um, that mistakes are kind of part of it. As much as we want to minimize it, you'll never get away from it.
No.
And you'd like to think, okay, I'm an adult, right? And I remember when I got into it, and I kept talking to my now ex-wife about it and saying that I needed to do research because I needed to do better.
Right.
And yeah, there's probably an element of truth to that, but there's also an element of perfection is not reasonable.
Right.
And so I think that, that's a big lesson, right?
Hmm.
Is also that, you're not shooting for perfection. You're shooting for, good practices, making sure that you're consistent in your care, making sure
Right.
that you're watching after their needs as far as, nutrition and water quality, and the proper habitat to keep their stress levels, at a minimum, and
Hmm.
all those kinds of things. And you're still going to do something stupid at some point.
Yeah.
Like when I nuked almost an entire aquarium trying to save them from a disease, and didn't keep the ammonia levels in check because it impacted the antibiotic I used, impacted the cycle.
Right.
And I remember walking downstairs that Saturday and looked over at the aquarium and fish floating all over the place. And
Yeah.
I
That's
was,
a sickening feeling.
it's a sickening feeling. And I was a year into the hobby for the second time, this time as an adult,
Ooh.
right? And again, it's like you start feeling like a failure,
Yeah.
right? And I think the other thing that I learned was it's okay for the hobby to have ebbs and flows. Like 2 weeks ago, I think I mentioned this. I took down two aquariums. I didn't need them. I had, just a small number of fish in each of them, and it felt like the right thing to do was to take
Yeah.
down those two aquariums, move fish to places where I think they'll be better capped, and to kind of put, a self limit on the care required of those two aquariums, just to make it a little bit easier to manage with kind of everything going on in life. And that doesn't mean you're also lacking commitment, lacking, and you're not, doesn't mean you have to get out of the hobby completely. You can right size it for what works for you now.
Earlier you mentioned about uh, perfect aquarium.
Hmm.
In a way, if it's thriving,
Hmm.
my book, that is perfect.
Yes. And I think that's a big lesson too, because here's the other thing. I think it's natural where a lot of us, we we measure ourselves through others.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to do, right?
Mm.
To put that pressure on yourself, you start to measure yourself through others, and then that becomes your measuring stick, and that's tremendous, tremendous pressure, and it may not even be real. Like that may
Right.
not be realistic. And yeah, I think you're right. I think the version of clean, right? Like we keep our homes at one version of clean.
Hmm.
If your aquarium is that level of cleanliness, I'm not sure that it's the best environment for the fish, right?
Oh, it wouldn't be.
And that goes back to the take the fish out of the aquarium every week, bleach the thing down, fill it back up with fresh water. That's a clean aquarium. I mean,
Technically, aquarium. You
it
ain't wrong.
is. It's not wrong, but it's not a good
But
environment.
it's not wrong, but it is wrong.
Correct. Yeah.
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 So TJ, how did you pay for all the show dwellers? You put it out,
Mm. Um, Money saved up from holidays, birthdays, things like that, I believe.
so you didn't use um, go out collecting cans, pop cans, or built walnuts and
I
sell
don't
them.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I had my first job at 12 yet. I
Hmm.
think I was a little older.
Even back when I was like 6 years old,
Hmm.
5 years old, I would go pick up pop cans, and
Hmm.
Dad would take me to the pop can place, and I'll get money back.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that of it in New York as well. They offered like 5 cents a can or something like that,
Right,
maybe.
which was a lot back in
It was a
those
lot for
days.
just for a can.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then when we got a dollar bill, I could retire now.
Oh, it felt like so much, didn't it?
I know. I mean, back when a soda can was like what 10 cents, quarter,
Mm-hmm.
kind of bar another 10 cents. You can have a whole snack for 20 cents.
Now, forget it.
Now it's more like $10,
Yeah.
and even that barely.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's my hope, right, Mary? Is if one person who's new to the hobby and maybe they're struggling checks out this live stream, then I think we've left it better than we found it. And that to me is kind of from a values perspective. That's how I
Right,
try to do things. I feel like I'm involved in certain things in life for a purpose. And if I can leave it better than I found it, then I consider that to be, success.
right,
And so I hope that someone that needs to hear this does hear this.
right. And don't use this live stream or any of our live streams or content as a measuring stick,
No, no,
because
absolutely not.
we're far from perfect. Hopefully, you can use it as um, a stepping stone, additive to your experience.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I think that people that have a platform tend to be looked at as they know.
Right.
I mean, that's not us. I mean, do we know things? Sure. Like we're both reasonably intelligent human beings, right? We've got experience. Um, but it doesn't mean we know the way because I don't think there is a the way.
And when there's someone that's talking that way, you might want to leave.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because I'll tell you about my way, but it's not the only way.
Amen. Amen. Um. So between the two stories,
Hmm.
are there similarities between the two?
I would say, yeah, right. I think we both started in this at a young-ish age. We probably started in it at a similar age, but I really didn't gravitate towards it or identify it as a hobby until we got past the goldfish stage.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, that's why I was a little bit older, but I probably was 7 or 8 when we got our first one as well. Um, so I think, yeah. And I think it's adults in our lives that inspired us.
True.
And I think the other part is that we both found ways to put our big dreams into reality.
And what's interesting, it wasn't some big YouTuber that we were following or watching that got us into it.
Mm-mm.
It didn't exist.
No, wasn't definitely didn't exist when I was that age for sure.
Mm. It was
No,
all most of it was a trial and error. You try this, oh, it worked. Okay, it must be doing something right. Whoops, that was a mistake. Try something differently.
total trial and error. Yeah,
Mhm.
a whole lot of luck. I feel like at times.
So back then, were you feeding the fish food like flakes and pellets?
Hmm. Yeah. Flake food.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the wrong flake food for my Africans
Uh huh.
because conventional wisdom from the fish store was that Africans needed vegetable diets.
Yes and no.
So everybody got spirulina flake
Uh huh.
all the time.
Which is, yeah,
I mean, granted, if you look at spirulina flake back then, I'm sure it's the same as it is today. They do have some protein in them.
right, but not enough.
Not enough. No, not enough when you consider the diets of like a shell dweller or
Ventosa.
yeah, Victoria. Right. This was
Yep.
they were using the conventional wisdom of like Mbuna,
Yes.
and
Sambuna thrives on that.
yeah, and they were saying Africans in general just need this diet.
Hmm. Which I agree with that, but they didn't realize that some of these Africans are actually predators.
Correct.
So the diet is other fish or other live stuff, protein.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so it's yeah. Yeah, so I think there's definitely those were sort of the inspirations for the decisions that I made, and it was all trial and error and
Right.
figure out what works, get good at water changes when you screwed something up. And
Water changes. What's that?
I did do water changes back then.
Nice.
Yep, not that frequently.
Hmm.
That was like a once a month
Right.
type of a thing.
I did a water change when there's too many dead fish in the tank.
You recognize there was something wrong.
Yeah, so I just
And
did a water change.
yep,
Which at that point it was too late. Anyhow.
sure. Yeah, but you had no idea.
Right. And that was back when I was feeding live foods. I didn't realize that this was like the really elite way of keeping fish.
Yeah, you had
Live worms.
your earthworm culture.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's interesting.
it is, man.
So
It's unbelievable
here's a
how.
question:
Yeah.
why haven't vibes gone back to that? Live culture, live earthworms, feeds fish.
Well, I think for starters, is the choice of foods today is a lot better than it would have been back then, right? The
Good point.
sheer
Hmm.
amount of choice that we have available in prepared foods and frozen foods, I think makes it just an easier proposition.
Right.
I think some people would argue that nothing can truly replace the live food,
Hmm.
but it's become a lot more friendly from a hobbyist perspective to be able to
Right.
get food that's got reasonably good nutrition for fish that have all sorts of different diets.
Right. And also with these different foods, we can feed more of a variety without making it hard on us.
Right. Right.
Because if you're feeding everything live, you can have to imagine how many cultures or different things we would have to have going at one time just to feed what they need.
Oh, I think we've got friends here in the chat that have
Hmm.
probably that many types of cultures, and it becomes
But yeah.
part of the daily weekly process.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we're lucky that the science and the technology behind the hobby has advanced since we were young.
Hmm. So if anyone in the chat has questions for either of us about our stories, feel free feel free to ask.
You're very uncultured. And that's a good thing, Stephen. If you yourself were cultured, that would be kind of weird. Like if
Isn't
you
college
like if he
is
what
culture?
like if he was a culture.
Yeah. Oh, that way. Ooh.
Hmm.
So maybe I need to start watching Steve a little more, that I can become like him, like his culture.
Mm.
Ooh.
He could be the starter culture.
Uh-oh. I gotta be careful what I say because it's gonna make it hard on Steven now, since he knows that people are starting to watch him really hardcore and try to
Hmm.
copy, everything he does.
It's true. Okay, I'm gonna say right now there needs to be some AI involved in the creation of something like that.
Yeah. Uh huh. Um. Hmm.
That's got either a song in it or something, because I'm not sure I'll ever forget that image.
I wasn't going that far. I think TJ is gonna have a nightmare now.
Yeah, Steven says, "Crap, I forgot AI exists." Yeah,
Yep, David.
yeah, yeah. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Uh, One highlight of being this up,
Yep.
writing a story to myself, a letter to myself, was the actual keeping fish in mom's wash tub. That I kind of, if you would ask me tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
without me even thinking about it, I probably wouldn't brought it up even. But me actually going back and down memory lane, it brought it up.
You wouldn't have remembered that aspect of the
Right.
hobby. Yeah.
So, shout out to TJ for getting my memory lane back on track.
Isn't it cool to kind of take a step back and sort of remember where you came from?
Mm-hmm. So, what's one of your highlight of your letter?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just it's being able to kind of have this snapshot of today, snapshot of the past,
Mm-hmm.
right? And just thinking about the place where I was at 12 years old. Loved animals. I thought I was going to be a veterinarian as a hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or as a career.
Right.
And so I didn't have cats or dogs growing up, so fish were really the first pets that I had, and that's kind of all I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about how long would I be in the hobby, and then college came around, and I couldn't do it anymore. I had to just
Right.
stop, and I didn't think about it for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
probably 25, something like that.
Right.
Um, and then being able to say it's now morphed into this. You and I and Mariah every Thursday night getting
Right.
together, and I read on a live stream the letter back to myself and telling myself that I'm doing this, right? And it's like
Right.
12-year-old me would have never thought,
Even imagined.
no, that I would have had enough experience to do something like this.
And having all this audience listening to you.
Yeah. Yeah, never would I have. right? So I mean, I think it's that recollection of kind of like how far the journey has been,
Mm-hmm.
and how it started off with a very simple kind of mission of I love animals. I'm fascinated by these behaviors that these fish have, and I want to keep them so that I could see them on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
To fast forward now, you know, 3 decades or so later, where, you know, I still am doing those things,
Mm-hmm.
but I've got all this other stuff that also comes along with it.
Right.
And it's turned into friendships.
Mm-hmm.
That for me is just it's the amazing part of the whole thing.
Well, here's the question: should these letters be put in a motto, autographed, put behind glass, hanging in the fish room?
Mm.
I mean, that's not a bad idea, really.
I think it would be a mistake for us to lose them.
True, because this is still up to date. Even in 20 years from now, come back, look at this letters. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
who, who would have thunk? One day I would have friends. No, Dee.
I mean, knowing you like I do now, I can't imagine that you didn't have friends. You are you're quite lovely, right? And yeah, I just can't imagine a point where you wouldn't have had friends.
Huh. So now I need to take this letter and actually write it down on paper,
Yep.
autograph it, and put it in a picture frame, hang on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That would be kind of dope.
Yeah, it would be. And then we should look on it again in
Mm-hmm.
like 10
Maybe
years.
a year from now.
A year from now?
Yeah, or in 2 years, whatever.
2
Yeah.
years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And kind of like, what have we learned since then? Oh, what
Mm.
will we change now?
Yeah.
Just questions.
Yep.
Hmm. Now I want to hear Mariah's story.
I do too. We got to follow up with her when
Yeah.
she's
See how
available
she's doing.
to get back with us. Yeah. We missed her. We missed her
Hmm.
tonight.
So here's some encouragement for y'all. If you haven't done it yet, maybe take some time and write a letter to yourself.
Yeah, I think it was a cool experience. I'll be really honest that I don't know. I was not sure how this was going to work,
Mm-hmm. Uh,
and I think I got and I'll be honest with you, I think I got a lot out of both of our letters,
yeah.
right?
Uh, right when you asked about the topic, right off the bat, said, "No, I don't want to do that." No.
Yep.
But I was thinking, you know what? Those topics I really should do. Get out. You don't want to say get out of the box, get out of the comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, because it takes a lot, I think, to first of all to sit down and do the work,
Right.
but then to share it on a broad scale.
Mm-hmm. Huh. There's something that's going through my head right now.
Ah,
Before I mention it, I want to talk to TJ backstage about it.
nice.
I think it's something really interesting. So,
I like it. I like it. So if we've spurred another idea by doing this, then that's mission accomplished to me.
I know, right? So, anyways, without further ado, y'all, it is a time of night to wrap it up.
Yep.
It's on the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock your time.
Yep.
So before we head out, though, I do appreciate everyone coming out and sticking around, listening to our life stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, TJ, before we head out, what you got for us?
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you putting your initial reservations about the topic aside and really jumping into this one full both feet in, right? I appreciate that you did that, right? Because it was admittedly a bold move.
Hmm.
Um, but I really enjoyed it. Thanks to everybody in chat who was here, asked questions, contributed, and went along for the ride with us on this one. And
Hmm.
hopefully you got something out of it. Um, Maybe it inspires you to do something of your own and or something different, or maybe it just makes you think about fond memories. And so if we were able to do that, then I think it's mission accomplished. And um, yeah, I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday again.
Thank you, TJ. This again, TJ would give me this topic. That was awesome. And without further ado, y'all have a wonderful weekend and a great night. Thanks again. Peace out. Bye.